Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope you are all well by the infinite mercy of Allah Ta'ala Rabbul Alamin. Friends, Azan is a gift from Allah. That is, Azan is not written or made by anyone. Rather, it is a gift from Allah to people, so that people can come together for prayer. It is done. That is why Azan is given 5 times daily. Due to the current politics, the situation in India has become such that in many places, people are demoralizing with Azan. People may have forgotten that when punishment comes from Allah, people do not have time to control themselves, and people are destroyed. In today's video, we will tell you about a person who hated the call to prayer. Even the person who called to prayer abused him a lot, and even slapped him, and stopped giving the Azan. But then, what happened to that person? You will be surprised to know that that's why today's video is very important for you. Whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim, watch this video till the end, friends. Before starting the video, let's pray a little. Oh Allah, save us from all kinds of sins who are sins. Want to be saved from everyone? Write Amen in the comment and give a like to this video. And those who have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. So let's start, dear friends. The incident is very old. There was an officer of a high post. Once he was transferred on some important work to a Muslim place, and the house he was given to stay there was next to a mosque, in which the 5 times call to prayer was given. Started to give, then the sound of adhan started in his ears, which caused the officer to wake up, which made the officer very angry. So the muezzin came that morning. That is, the one who calls the adhan is called to him, and he has to tell him not to give the adhan tomorrow morning on the loudspeaker, because my house is next to the mosque, and I wake up for the adhan in the morning. The words of Rabbul Alamin. Listening to this gives peace of mind in the morning, and if I don't give the Azan on the loudspeaker in the morning, how will the old people wake up? And there are old people who don't have a watch to tell the time, or do not know the time in his house. These people come to the mosque to pray in the morning after hearing the call to prayer, and you will also try to get up early after hearing the call to prayer. You will also benefit from this. Get up early in the morning and take a walk. The body will be fresh. The officer heard about the Muslims, already hated them. So after hearing the office, he got angry and said, "There is no need to convince me too much, and Kabadar tomorrow morning if you call Fajr, then you have news." And then sent him away with abuse. But the muezzin did not pay much attention to the officer's words, so he gave the adhan over the loudspeaker the next morning at Fajr, and when the office RD heard the adhan the next day, he became very angry, and he hurried to the muezzin and started abusing him, and slapped the muezzin, and said, "How many times I told you yesterday that in the morning the call to prayer makes me sleepless, so don't call the call to prayer over the loudspeaker. But even after that you didn't pay attention to my words. What else will the poor muezzin say to the officer?" He starts crying after being slapped, and in his heart he starts praying to Allah, "Allah, who has wronged the servant who called you, you punish him. Punish him in such a way that he regains his senses." That day the chastisement fell upon the officer, and that night the man slept in his house, but could not get up. For that night, half his body was paralyzed, as a result of which he could not move his hand. Then the officer was treated a lot, but his disease was not getting better. After seeing this, he was fired from the job. Then the money coming to his house stopped. And there was a quarrel between his wife. His wife used to feed him with her own hand, change his clothes, that is, take care of him as much as possible. But even then his wife only had to listen to abuse. For this his wife also had to endure after some time. Unable, he calls his brother and said, "Brother, I am fed up with this man. I hurt him a lot, but still he abuses me and beats me. Now I can't live with him anymore, so you come and take me away. Go." Then his brother came and took him, and after some time the rest of the officer's body was paralyzed, and he became a living corpse. His hands could not be moved, and his legs could not do any work, and he was left to look after him at home. There was no one for. After seeing this, the officer's younger brother came to him and took him to his house. The officers could not do anything, so the officer's brother's wife got angry with the officer and said, "I can't do all these things every day. The care of your brother," that officer with his younger brother's wife, arguing about something and saying something bad to him, and then his younger brother's wife starts crying. Then she tells her husband that, "Maybe I will stay in this house, or maybe your brother will stay." After hearing this, he thought, "My family will be ruined by falling into the trap of that brother." For this, He and his sons together picked up the officer and left him on the side of the road. The friends were very hot at that time, and he sweats because of the heat, and he is thirsty, and he has not had anything to eat since morning. And then the officer sits on the side of the road crying, "Someone help me, give me some water and give me food." And thus the muezzin, who was being slapped by this officer, was passing along that road when he saw a man lying and weeping by the side of the road. Seeing this, the muezzin went to him. Then when the muezzin saw that it was the officer who slapped me, he said, "How did this man come to you?" "You were a great officer." That officer recognized the muezzin and folded his hands before him as he lay and said, "My life began to be ruined from the day I slapped you after that." The officer tells Muazzem everything that happened to him. He says that night my body became paralyzed, then my condition worsened to what I am today, and all my relatives left me. The officer cried while saying this. Seeing his condition, the muezzin felt compassion, and he gave him water to drink and brought him food and fed him with his own hand. Even came to the officer and took him to his house and served him well. The muezzin said that Allah is displeased with you, so you seek Allah's forgiveness. After hearing this, the officer begs Allah's forgiveness, and at once the muezzin prays for him. And within a few days the officer is cured, and moving around Subhanallah, a woman and a man means everyone should respond to the adhan during the adhan. Do not talk unnecessarily during the call to prayer. On the other hand, listening to the adhan without paying attention and answering it well. We often see that many people watch the TV volume down during Azan, but is it right? At the time of Azan, one should listen attentively to the Azan and respond to it. Be sure to give a like to the video, and to get more Islamic videos regularly, subscribe to our Islamic channel and press the bell icon next to it.